her, but like we actually argued. She was pounding me. I went to the grocery store for her, forgot half the stuff, you know. And I woke up totally exhausted. And I opened up my eyes and I noticed in the corner of the room was a bag that I didn't recognize. And I thought, oh, turglar, a strange bag in my room. An unattended strange bag in my room. So I stumbled over to the bag and then I remembered that the concierge, I'd forgotten all about this, but the concierge, you can tell I've been to Europe, right? Anyway, somebody had sent this bag up to my room. So I look in, and there's this big fucking cake. And I knew, as soon as I looked at this cake, that this had a suspicious look of a cake of my childhood that my mother used to make called poor man's cake for obvious reasons. So then there's a note and it says, that this person met my mother, got the recipe and thought, I would like to have poor man's cake. I have to say, my mother made little cakes. This cake was enough for 40 people. But fine. And then there was another thing in there, some object, and it said, this object belonged to your mother. So I opened it up, and sure enough, I remember this damn thing, like this plaster cutie doll. And then I realized that I was living an X-Files episode that I had dreamed about my mother because this doll was in the proximity, sort of like homeopathic medicine. Near you, but not on you, but you get cured anyway. So anyway, I thought, well, I better have me a slice of cake. A very foolish thing to do because we all know this is the story of Robert Johnson, and we know we're not supposed to drink from open bottles or eat strange cakes. Now it's just, a moment of nostalgia, and I had a piece of this cake, and I made myself some of the room coffee. They give you this bag of coffee that makes Nescafe seem like it was made in Ethiopia. So maybe it was the coffee, or maybe it was the raisins, I don't know. Sitting there, everything started taking on a whole new dimension. And I thought, don't panic. You're in San Francisco. I looked at the clock and it was 6:45.